Are Nehekhara Horsemen any good in patch 5.2? Generally ignored, and I'll be honest, I'm as guilty of it as anyone, these occupy a middle ground between Skeleton Horsemen and Necropolis Knights. Since they're undead on undead mounts, they operate by the same rules as the usual stuff, and so a direct comparison with Skeleton Horsemen is possible. And the short version is, okay, these guys hit harder. Recruited by Tier 2 cavalry building minimum, at Tier 2 settlement level, you get 60 entities on Ultra, but health is 6,840 unit wide. Armor is 50, 20 better than the Skeleton Horsemen, with similar shields blocking 30% of small arms frontal fire. Leadership is 50, a bit better, speed is 78, or 2 better, charge speed 108. Melee attack begins at 28 or 4 better, with an attack interval weighed down with lead at 5. Some cavalry just roll like this, incentivizing you to do charging. There is no splash damage. Melee defense starts at 34 or 8 better, so we see even at this stage this is rough and tumble cavalry able to stay in the fight, even if its offense is a bit damaged. Weapon strength comes at 38, split between 28 base and 10 armor piercing, which isn't bad. Charge bonus is 26, as in actually significantly worse than the Skeleton Horsemen, and mass is 1000 each. We get Cause Fear, Hide in Forest, Undead features, we're done. In the redline skills, of course, Elite Cavalryman adds plus 12% speed and plus 12% weapon strength at 3 pips. Dune Rider grants rank 7 and above, plus 10 armor, plus 5 melee attack, and 10% physical resistance for extra rigor. In the tech tree, the Quickening adds plus 10 flat charge bonus, Nomad Stock adds plus 5 melee attack and plus 5 melee defense, and that's it for direct buffs from the usual sources. So how do we use Nehekhara Horsemen? Even though they're actually pretty tar-pity for undead medium cavalry, they still hit markedly harder when they connect, but they're also just as fast, / slightly faster than Skeleton Horsemen. So you'll use them much like you did those, except with more confidence for running over unbraced regular infantry. Artillery, archer lines, annoying skirmish cav, send them in. They're not made of paper per se, but they're still not elite units to be shy about losing them. If you need to expend them, do it. Chances are you have your eye on something important you need to be rid of, like handgunners. Just keep in mind their limitations. These are not going to crash into something like Empire Knights and win, mainly because they have paltry armor piercing and take more damage than they dish out. What they will do is give you striking power and mobility in excess of your missile skirmisher assets. But how do we get past those early lessons? Well, the basics of the Tomb Kings are simple enough. There is a plus 5 melee attack and plus 5 melee defense bubble around the king commanding the army. There's magical support, sure, but if you add chevron gains, extra speed and weapon strength, nomad stocks plus 5 to melee attack and defense, then the My Will Be Done bonus doubling that, all of a sudden even Nehekhara horsemen are connecting consistently, evading lots of blows in melee, and anything else even remotely in their hitting zone is going to feel pain. They probably don't want to fight things with more than 50 or 60 armor ideally, but you take what you can get. That's the spirit of the unit. Take what you can get, use it as a beefier version of the regular stuff, and don't cry too much in an exchange of pawns situation. To the contrary, even at tier 2 level, you start to go from the hunted to the hunter. Look for prey you can take, and be an opportunist. Take care and have fun trampling warhounds underfoot. Flesh hounds might be another story, but regulars? If they mistake you for tasty pistoliers, they're going to regret the day they first stared longingly at a bow.